your favorite tools. And Matt's on Weebly. That's going to be very interesting.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
I've mentioned you to a couple people, Matt. The guy who uses Weebly in his classroom.
Oh, wow.
Up and coming.
So any general questions you want to go over before I review how we do this and then we get started? Everyone good? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, so all we're going to do, we have 2 people who won't be here. So actually 3 of us, that gives you a little more time to present if need be, or for the audience to ask questions. So that's going to work out really well. I'll take care of the other 2 at another time. But you're going to make your screen share your screencast with the class, and then you're going to explain it and your experiences and show us hopefully a project that you completed using that tool that you did, and then take questions. And truly it's meant to be as a group of us together talking about our favorite tech ed tools. I don't want you to feel stressed about it. I don't want you to worry that something won't work right or whatever, because it's really about sharing knowledge. So it'll all work out real well. And then when we're all done with all of them, then that's about it. So
I'm a little worried since I haven't really used this tablet for the Google Hangouts. I don't even know how to bring up my screenshot. I mean, it's in the skill. It's in the skills. I posted it to skills. Like if you were able to bring it up under skills and present it.
Okay. No, that's a good solution. If you can't bring it up, if you can't find the sidebar that has the list of tools that come with the Google Hangout, if you hover over the left side, does it? I haven't used the Hangout on a tablet.
Yeah, it's no, I don't see anything. It's got the bars or some icons across the bottom, but other than that, I don't see it.
Okay. And what is stuff at the bottom for?
It's the microphone and the video and and the phone call.
I bet there's a way, because a lot of people do it on
using tablets.
But I don't know the screen share on it. So no worries though. If you can't figure it out, if no one in our group has any suggestions, I'll just bring it up for you. No, that's fine. Okay. You can talk. Okay. So any other question? Okay.
I think we're good.
I have a question, actually.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So we're sharing our videos that we created, our screencast videos, or whatever we filmed it on, and then with an example of like something I've done with Weebly, for example, that's the web tool I'm using, like show you my website that I've created with it. Is that something?
Yeah, sure. That would be great. Yeah.
Okay. And because I put a little bit of that in the video, but okay.
It'll be part of what you chat with us about, besides how great the tool is and how much you enjoyed and why you selected it. Tell me about the screencasting too, because I know that's fairly intimidating for a lot of teachers. And so just mention how easy it was, the screencast tool you used, and it was easier, complicated, or whatever it is. Just say a little bit about the screencast tool.
Okay, got it.
All right. So who wants to go first? Any volunteers?
I'll go first. Oh, okay. Sorry. No, ladies first, if you want.
No, that's okay. You can go.
All right.
I'm anxious to see it.
Huh?
I'm anxious to see it. It looked really interesting. A lot of good ideas came from it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. This is my first time doing a screencast type of thing on Google Hangouts, so screen share. So I'm gonna give it a shot. So I clicked.
Matt, it's good to see you're not in the Starbucks today. You're actually in.
I'm in my home. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to like whisper and look around while I'm talking. I know. It's nice. It's a little more relaxing. Let me see. So if I click on share your screen, right? I want to do the internal display.
Yes.
Okay. So share. So can you can see this?
And we see whatever's on your screen now. We see.
Okay. So you see the wiki spaces.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So I'm going to click on skills, and then I think I added it properly. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. The one thing I had trouble with.
Tell me one more time. How did you pull this up? What did you do to pull this up?
I went to the left-hand side of the screen, and there's a set of tools, and then there's a
I see
green
those, yeah.
monitor.
Okay, and I don't have those at all in mine. Okay.
All right, so I'm using a Chromebook, so right now it's, I don't know why, I think I have too many things open, so it's a little laggy. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. So just to give you a kind of like an introduction as to what I use Snagit to screencast to capture this. But
app or the software?
Yeah, I use the software.
Great. Okay.
I actually purchased the pro version like 2 years ago now. I thought it'd be a good investment.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. I used it a lot 2 years ago. I didn't use it as much last year. I didn't have as much time to just film videos. The problem I have...
Is it a yearly cost? Do you have to pay that every year?
No. I bought a CD, and even when I didn't have the CD, you have an account on the website, and you could just re-download it on a computer that you have it recognized that you have an account. So I could download it in a computer at my school. So that worked. So I used Snagit to film it initially, but the problem with Snagit is they don't have, like, you can't show yourself, or you can record your voice, but I don't have a mic on my computer. So what I did was then I took the video and I put it onto my phone, and I used a video editor on my phone to record my voice over it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
It
was a little, like, now that I know the process, like, that could work, I would probably maybe do it more, but maybe I would try to find a little more of an efficient way to do it. So I'm just going to start it.
Good.
I don't know why it's not letting me go to the full screen. It was letting me go before.
It's probably because it's going through the wiki.
Okay.
Yeah, if you had it on YouTube or something, it would probably work fine.
Oh, wait. I'm going to pop it out. Yeah, because then I just uploaded it to my drive.
Okay.
Good problem solving.
Yeah.
That's what it's about in this class. We're just going to work through these problems. So when you do it in your class, you won't have them.
Right.
Kids are the worst critics.
Oh, yeah. So is there sound, or is this where you said it didn't have sound?
Oh, I can hear it. You can't hear it? Oh, maybe because I have headphones on.
Yeah. Can you hear it, Bill?
No.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn my headphones off.
Let's see.
Can you hear me?
No. And
you can't hear me?
But not the music.
Yeah, I think we may all have that problem.
And this is just.
Can you hear it now?
Yep.
Weebly.com. What you see in front of you
Yep.
is a sped-up video of me navigating the drag-and-drop interface that Weebly provides. This is my own class website. As you can see, there are a ton of pages here. I have a class page for each grade from pre-K to 8th, and I'll be clicking on the 8th grade page and our Weebly project. If I scroll down, I have a Padlet here with a password. I have Weebly instructions. I'm going to type in the password for the Padlet right now so that you can see the students who posted their ideas for websites when we first started the project. Now I'm moving on to pages, and you can see all the different types of things that Weebly allows you to do. And I'm moving through this quickly because originally this was a 6-minute video. I wanted to cut it down to 3. I'm at the Pages tool. On the left-hand side, you can see all the pages that you can create. If you click on that plus sign, you could create a new page and title it. I'm going to create a standard page, but you can create other ones. I'm going to name it the Tech-infused Classroom, and I'm going to get rid of that image right there, no header, and I'm going to add my own widgets. So on the left-hand side, if I click on Build, I'm going to drag and drop some text. a title, if you will. I'm going to name it Tech-infused Classroom. Then I'm going to add some regular text, give a brief explanation. I could do whatever I want with that. As you can see, I'm typing something about something. It's very important. I'm going to make it bigger, and then I'm going to underline it, but there are a ton of customization options that you can do. You could actually go to advanced and do some other things. I'm going to drag and drop a YouTube widget, and I'm going to add a YouTube video URL. So I'm going to YouTube now. I'm finding my favorite song in the world right now. I'm going to copy and paste that URL, and I'm going to paste it onto my website. As you can see, it's there. Hamilton. Beautiful. You can probably hear it right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to click Publish when this is all said and done to make sure that all my changes are saved. So now that I'm at my website, I'm going to check where I put this video. So it's under More. That's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I will talk to you later. Goodbye.
That's good. Well done.
All right.
Can you show us how you get to the teacher dashboard with multiple students, or is that possible when you don't have your students signed up?
Hold on, let me just turn off this screen share.
Yeah.
Is it off? Can you see me? All right.
Yeah, there you are.
So what was the question again? I'm sorry.
I'm curious when you run that in your class with you as the teacher and you have a dashboard with all your students, I suspect. I was curious to see that set up, but maybe you can't do that.
Oh, you know what? I felt like the video was 10 minutes. In the beginning, I did share the part where you could actually see all the student websites and then access them and then edit them yourself. So if you can give each student an individual account, and you can name the account and then they name their website. If you want me to screen share that, I could do that right now if you would like.
Are you guys curious about that for your classes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I'd like
All
to.
right. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to go to Weebly.com.
Okay.
And I should, if I'm not logged in already, I'll log in. But if I go to mdsienna.weebly.com and I click, oh, I'm sorry, if I click students, my students at the top. And I believe I have 40 accounts to work with. You could purchase more. But if the students are working in groups, it makes it easier to just allocate the the slots you already have. So last year I'm sorry, go ahead.
If one of your students forgets their password, can you go in and help them with that?
Oh yeah.
Good.
What I do is I print out all the passwords anyway. And I keep it like a list stapled, and they could always just come up and get it. But they all have individual passwords, or I could just create a password the same password for everyone. They just have to remember their account number, or I can name the account something very specific, or they could give me an account name and then they could change it, or give me a specific account name. Really, like if you look to the left, these are your account names right here. And I just named him like group, like G, and then 19 for last name, like so I could just reuse the groups every year.
That's good.
So if, for example, like 2 years ago, the students did a World War II project with their social studies teacher, so they did the research in my classroom, and then took what they learned from their social studies teacher and try to combine the two and make World War II websites. It was a little more structured. The 8th grade I had this year, they were a little more disciplined. They were like, in sense, like they could reel themselves in, and I was able to do more with them, so I allowed them to pick their own topic. So I think I showed something on dogs somewhere, but students did websites on basketball players, soccer. I just let them pick whatever they were interested in, because this was towards the end of the year as well. So it just kind of freshened things up a little bit. Some did it on astronomy. I'm going to try to find one that someone did it. This was interesting, and each website is password protected.
Good. I'm liking it.
Yeah. So she did a website on K-pop, which I thought was cool. Her favorite artists, K-pop artists, Korean pop artists.
Oh.
She didn't get to finish it, but it included each member, the songs, fun facts about the group, and an about me, and there should be a sources site as well that I think she added. But as you can see, she added a ton of content to it.
That looks really good.
Yeah, and really, Weebly makes it very easy for you to create. Like, they have a ton of builds, they have a ton of designs that you could choose from, and then you kind of drag and drop and customize it as you want it. That's what I like about it, because, I mean, people are creating websites all the time now, and there are different. There's a variety of options out there to create your own websites. I just wanted to introduce them to the process. So I think they were excited to learn about it, and then kind of just have fun with it and learn that it's an accessible tool that they could use for themselves as they go into high school, as they become adults, or you could start a small business or anything that you want.
Right.
So just to say, like, all right, now you know that this is out there, you could do something with it. Yes, you have to be responsible, and we always talk about digital citizenship and stuff, but I just like to just expose them to these things so that they're just more educated to it as they go on, and they can't say I didn't teach them about it.
Well, and it looks like it has all of the media options, where Kid Picks limits them kids to just a handful, but it looks like you can put pretty much anything in this Weebly site that you would in any other blog, Blogster or WordPress or any.
Right.
Okay, that's good. That's for older kids. That's really what you want to do.
Right, and I use the specific blog format for my blog for this class, but then there's also the website format where you could make it look like a blog, but you could customize it how you want it and make, like, let's say, a recipe website or something like that. Somebody did that.
Good.
But yeah, so there's.
So I'm sorry, this one was the blog?
This is Weebly. This one, this site I just showed you is just a regular website format. But for example, there are a ton of different tools here. So this is a title tool right here. This would be a text tool. If you wanted to customize a blog from the ground up, you could use this. But if you wanted to make specifically just blogs, you could create a blog-type website where it gives you the option like new post, and it automatically inputs the date for you. It just makes it streamlines it for a blog, as opposed to this where it's kind of freedom to drag and drop whatever you want. And they have dividers and spacers and things like that, so if you want to even everything out, you could do that too.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, and it also has a CSS and HTML option. It's a little complicated, but for maybe high school kids, if they want to customize their CSS and HTML, like the actual code, like the design of the website.
Oh, sure, especially during hour of code, it could be a great option for kids in those upper grades.
Right. And it's a little more detailed. Like the code is already laid out for you, but if you know how to change, like, let's say the pixels are like the height or the width of something, and you want to go in there and do that, you can.
Yeah. Not that hard if you know what you're doing, so that's a great one for kids to learn.
Right. And just to branch on the coding, like Khan Academy is great with just going over the basics for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and I've been using that. But as a supplement, I've been using other things with it. But then this is a good way to conceptualize the HTML and CSS. Like, these are products, like, of HTML and CSS. Like, you could do this from the ground up, but also a lot of websites just, like, kind of block up the code for you to make your life easier as well.
Right. Yep, I like that. And lots of teachers like that, and students. So, yeah. Any other questions for Matthew? So he did a good job. If you all do it just like that, you're doing great.
What were some of the other projects? Did you say you did, like, I don't know, was there an animal project, or did I see that when I was scrolling through it?
Well, if let's say some students picked basketball players, so they were researching like what they thought were the top 3 basketball players, so they picked out, like, they researched where they came out of college, they got their video highlights from YouTube, and then they organized it in a way that looked nice, where they streamlined it. And I always start off with a lesson, and I just kind of go through. We make a page together. So they give me an example, like we want to make a page on puppies or ice cream, and then, all right, what flavor? And then I Google it and I find whatever I need, and I YouTube ice cream and I attach the video to my website. So they just get an idea of how to do it. But then I also show them there's tons of tutorials and things like that they could find on their own.
Good
so
job.
That they don't need me.
Way to make them independent. Yep, I like that.
Yeah, I try to link everything, but I also try to, and they're free to talk to each other It's not like it's total silence. When we're typing, I prefer that it's quiet, but like for a project like this, I like they can share information, you know. But use that at your discretion.
And what age did you start with?
This is 8th grade. This is like an 8th grade privilege project. So it's this is like something that the 8th grade does at the end of the year, just to change what we've been doing for a while, and like just get them excited. Like you're gonna create your own websites. You have something that if you want to create it, you can do it. You know, and they get pretty self-motivated for it. Like I had one student creating a website on conspiracy theories, and she was a student that's not going to just look up anything. Like she was like really doing research on it, so I trusted her with that. But what I did, just to monitor what they were doing, they gave me the top 3 ideas, and then I went over what I think they should do out of the 3.
That's good.
So yeah. It wasn't just like...
How young do you think you can go with that? This grade? What grade level?
It depends on the maturity of the kids, I think. Like, like I said, my 8th grade last year, they were a little difficult. But I think like the 7th grade going into the 8th grade now, they probably could have done it because they were a more visual class, where they were having a little more trouble with like actually typing in the code. That was a kind of trouble for them. But if I gave them this, they might have had an easier time because they're very artistic, expressive. I think my 6th grade could do it too. I think it's like almost like a PowerPoint. Like if you just like teach them how to use a slide, like okay, we're gonna add a title, an image, and 3 facts about that slide. If you just look at the website like that, it's easily like translated to different age groups. Like it's just supporting an idea. Or like if you pick food, you make each page about a different type of food you like, and then an about me or something. And it's a good way to say, hey, listen, no personal information. Just why do you like food? You know, why do you like ice cream or something like that?
That's good.
Or getting to know you. Could you do it at getting to know you? And you could do family life, school life, clubs, projects, or things like that.
I'm sure you could customize it how you want it. I think I always worry about I get paranoid. Like I always just worry about like personal information on the web. So they are password protected, and if they're not giving their address and stuff like that and phone numbers, and it's okay. But I just like you can do it. You can do that if you'd like, but I would just be careful.
So it's always out there on the web.
Yeah, because you can delete the websites. You can. But I had a situation where I put usernames online in a PDF so that the kids could access it my first year. So they put their typing usernames, and I put their names on it and next to their passwords and stuff. It's just typing.com. It wasn't like a big deal. There was no personal information. But I still had a parent like print it out because somebody, I guess, somehow it got to Google Images, and they printed it out and they said, look, our kids' names are online. I'm like,
you're so right. Any time that can go wrong like that, you have to. So you're smart to be very careful and say no personal stuff. Put that somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and even though I talked to the principal, I went right away. I'm like, look, this parent said this and did this, and he's like, look, there's no personal information. Don't worry about it, and thank you for coming to me, and thank God my principal's understanding. Yeah.
But, it's just things like that. They're like they come back to bite you somehow, and I was trying to find ways to take it down, and I like emailed Google and stuff, and I was like really up in arms about it for like a few days, but then I realized it wasn't that big of a deal. But still, those shocks are not fun.
No, they just aren't. Okay, thank you very much. So who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Do you want me to? So I'm going to go under skills. And so let's see, I'm in the right class. I'm going to skills. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, no, we're seeing the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And is that it's circling? And what'd you call it?
Thinglink, I think it's at the very bottom.
Okay.
Probably right before Matt.
So maybe did you use the H2 headings? Because then it's right there on my table of contents.
Possibly. Yeah, try it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I like it. Of course, I'm waiting for my link to come up. Talk about slow. My Chromebook usually isn't this slow, but boy, is it.
Mine too. Mine too.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. Maybe it's Google.
Yeah. I love Chromebooks, by the way.
Yeah, me too. There's so much good about them that I'm glad we found them as an education community.
So, we're waiting. What makes them good? What's good about them?
Go ahead, Matt.
I just think like it just streamlines what you like web like whatever you want to do on the web, like whether it's like checking your email, Google Drive, documents, PowerPoints and stuff. Google Slides, excuse me. It just puts it all on a computer without all the other garbage that you could just download to your computer and slow it down.
So you're not downloading stuff to the Google Drive, to the Chromebooks. You're just using the internet straight.
Pretty much, like it, and so it's focused on one thing and it runs very quickly. So you're not getting bogged down with other things.
Yeah.
You could download apps and stuff, but you have to usually access your account to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm making strange motions with my hands over here, I've got this fly that's bugging me. If I turn my head, don't think it's me personally. It's this fly.
So there is Twitter chat. So you're way at the bottom. Okay.
At the bottom.
So finally finished circling.
There it is. Go back one up.
Yep.
There it is. That one.
Okay. So let's see.
And I used Screencast-O-Matic to record it, and it works great. I love it. It's I just go into Screencast-O-Matic and hit play. I don't know if I did. Maybe it's on my computer because I downloaded it last year.
Yeah,
it's a download, but you can also use it as an app.
About an interactive tech tool, a writing tool, that allows students to take a still photo and add interactive links to it. So it's referred to as thinglink, and I'm on my Explore page right now, and it shows you all the different thinglinks that are out there. And I want to create my own, so I'm going to go into Create.
It's lagging. It's not showing our photo.
Image that I want, and it's of the La Purísima mission in Lompoc, California. And it's uploading. I've gone ahead earlier today and uploaded it. And once I get into my picture, I can edit it and add those icons. So we have edit, touch, share, full screen, and post. If I share it, it gives me my embed code for my blog. So let's go ahead and I want to show you how it's uploading. It takes a little bit of time, so I want to click on edit. This will allow me to add my icons. This also takes a little bit of time, but I've done it earlier. So here's an example of how I've done my icons earlier. Now I can click anywhere and add some more icons. Within the icons, I can add text, video, links to websites, other still photos. So I've created an icon, and I can color code it. And if I wanted to upgrade it, I can even do customized icons. Over here, we have a link to our websites and text. So I can go into my own file and pull up a photo that I have saved to thinglink, for example, this one, and I can click on that and get a link that I can copy and paste. So I'm just going to copy that up here. Then I can go back into my link and paste it there, and it will give me my own photo that I can add there. Okay, so now I want to save. I can do it two ways here. I can save the tag, which which they refer to down here at the bottom. Oh, and I can also save in the bottom corner. We have, so I'm going to save my tag, and then I can also save my image. So I'm going to save that image. Now once I save it, I can scroll over and see different icons or information that I've added within the icon. These are my own photos that I can add, plus I've taken something from the website and a couple of YouTube videos that are in there too. Okay, so now I want to show you my account, and these are all of my photos that I've downloaded, and so I've used this as uploaded. I've used this as a state report. I used it as a getting to know you, information about a topic, since the bridge, the mission, and then it also has a location where you can go for more help, questions. So if you have any information that you needed to have answered, you can find it there. And then also you can go in and set it so that other students can go into your account and not change your photo, but add to your icons, and they refer to it as tagging. So, or if you didn't want anybody to do that, you can also have that option. So there you have it, ThingLink. It's real versatile. It can be used for book reports, state reports, getting to know you, timelines. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much.
Well done.
Very good.
Thank you.
Nice.
Let me get out of screen share. And I think that does it. So that was very nice, very thorough. You said something about your picture not being up. Did you try to put yourself as an inset?
I'm sorry, on that, why it was filming? Yes, I did, and my webcam wouldn't let me do that, because that's an option with Screencast-O-Matic. You can do what you're seeing on your screen, or you can add yourself in the corner and also, be talking and looking at the screen at the same time. Mm-hmm. But again, it was my web camera that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's interesting. So it really, we're definitely honing this in on a problem with your webcam.
Yeah, definitely.
That should have worked.
If you wanted to go back into the link I have for ThingLink, you could just bring up, let's see, would that bring up my account? And you could click different options in that ThingLink where it has, and we could talk about that. For example, you could the Explore page has all the different ThingLinks that the community has done, and there's timeline examples and.
So do you guys want to go into ThingLink and have her walk us through it a little bit?
Yeah, if you go like on that skill page, and I created a link to ThingLink. Let's see if it brings up my account or just their homepage in general.
I'll just go in through my internet, and I'll bring up ThingLink. And
so when I mentioned that students can go in and add icons, they referred, well, it's a remix, so it saves the original, and then students can add their own ideas, or they can get rid of what was there originally. It doesn't change the original picture, but you, as the creator, you would get notifications if anybody else is doing something, so then you could check out theirs and add it to yours and create a new, to me it sounds like it would be creating another image under the original person who created it, so that if students start adding information, you would be able to see it and share that. But it doesn't get rid of the original image. So, for example, if a teacher wanted, they even gave this as an example on their page, if a teacher wanted to have questions, you could have an image and then list questions, and then the students could answer the question, and then you would be able to go back and check and see what those answers were. And then you could share that, so eventually it would be sharing all the different remixes. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So it's not bringing it up?
No, it's just, for some reason, my Chromebook is very slow. It's circling.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just, now we've got to explore thinglink. All right.
We don't see it.
You don't see thinglink's page?
I do
No,
now.
we see it.
Oh, good.
See still.
It's just slow. So there's my stream, which I don't know. I'm using a sample account, so where do you want me to go?
I don't know. I don't see it. But you could go into Explore.
Okay.
But I don't see your screen.
You don't?
No. We see a still. I see a still of you.
So you don't see the thinglink page?
No.
Huh.
Am I the only one?
Jackie, when you're talking, we see the screen.
Okay, yeah, when I'm talking, I guess it distracts from it, although I wouldn't think it would.
So right now I see it just has your name on it, and it's a black screen in the little box on the bottom, and then my full screen is a still photo of you.
Interesting. No, that shouldn't be it, because my screen says
I'm the only one who has that problem.
Yes.
So
yeah,
everybody else can see it.
Well,
I see it, and then I see whoever's talking.
Yeah. Now, if I go back like this, it should just be that screen because I'm showing my internal.
No, it shows me a picture of you on my big screen, and then the small box just has your name.
And how about
like now? I do.
Do you see the thinglink screen?
I just saw it.
Is it still there?
When you talk, yeah, when you talk, like Bill said, Jackie, I could see it.
Oh,
But
well,
when
that's
Ann is talking, we cannot see it.
Yes.
But I can't see it. Okay.
it's odd.
So she wouldn't be able to see it when I'm trying to talk about it.
That's something I have to think about because it's now I have it on. You can see my you are screencasting page, and that's why you see that tunnel sort of thing. And it is screencasting. So you know what, Ann? How do you like that tunnel? I'm going to stop because it's, and then we'll just let them ask you questions.
Okay.
So go ahead. Ask Ann.
Well, and then.
It's a wildly popular. It's so helpful, and I think it's very easy for students to learn. It's intuitive. It matches a lot of the skills they already have, so it's a really good one to try out with students. So go ahead, ask Ann whatever you'd like to know about that tool.
I want to say that I'm definitely going to use it. I've never actually even heard of thinglink until now. So
you're going to be
excited.
excited.
Yeah.
I was really excited about it last year. When I found out last year, I thought, wow, I could see, like I said, all the different ideas that you could do it for the state report. And in my own account, where I did California, all the little icons showed different pictures of, you know, the beaches and Yosemite and the big cities, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. And then you could have video within each of those icons, too. So you can link it to other videos and your own video. Or is it okay to use YouTube videos on that? Is that okay?
It is okay as long as it's appropriate for your kids.
Right.
Yeah, it is okay. So
as long as YouTube isn't blocked in your school. Some schools, they have YouTube blocked.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be blocked even if it's embedded in another program or tech tool? Would it still be blocked?
Maybe. I've heard both ways on that. It's sometimes, and students are very clever. Sometimes they figure out how to get around the blocking by doing exactly that. They embed it somewhere else and it comes through that way. But in other schools that doesn't work. So
I liked it because you could add your own photos, and then you could the example of a getting to know you. So you have a picture of yourself, and then you can have all the different embeds. I did that one of my son, and I wrote down everything that he took part in, all the different clubs and activities and jobs he holds, and hobbies and interests and school he attended. So and then I did the one on the San Francisco Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge, and just added all the information about facts about that bridge. So it's just, I don't know, it's just really fun to play around with.
it really is, and kids like that clicking and coming up with stuff. It's a very uncluttered surface.
Right.
You just have the dots.
You see that original. You see the original photo with the icons, and you can customize those icons if you want to do the upgrade, so it could be a company's logo.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw your California map and made me wish I could go back and teach in California where I first started teaching, because there were some cool links there. Just click on the dot on your map and it was good.
Great for mission.
Yeah, and then yeah, it could be along with a photo. You can have all the details about Yosemite or another video for it. While I was doing the one on the mission, that's a mission that's just down the road from us, I found a YouTube of a little girl that was from that community, and she was in 4th grade, and she did a professional video. She had I think it's probably maybe her dad is a professional videographer, and it was an excellent video on the mission that I would definitely share. I've done long-term subbing for 4th grade, so while you're researching it, you find other information.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
And it was really, it's really easy to use. Screencast-O-Matic's really easy to use.
I downloaded the upgrade for it, and really it's not much different. You don't have the Screencast-O-Matic logo. You can save your screencasts right on their server rather than they dump them after a certain number, a certain period of time. You can't save very many. There's not a lot of difference, and it's only $15 a month, even the upgrade. But it's an amazing tool for what they offer for the money. It's one of the favorites.
Aren't they affiliated with Jing?
Screencast-O-Matic?
Aren't they?
I don't think so. Jing has a screencast tool.
Right.
Snagit is part of the Jing group.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's another good one. Well, yeah.
And people like the app, the Snagit app. I think they like. I don't think Screencast-O-Matic has an app. So, all right. No more questions, and you're up, Bill.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
Good.
Let's see here.
Right now, I'm not getting a live version of you, Jackie.
What are you getting?
Still photo.
Oh, that's odd.
Right now, it's a small circle in the middle of my screen that when you talk, it radiates out, and then now it's also in a small box on the bottom. It's just a still photo of you. And
Bill and Matt, are you seeing my live feed?
Yes.
I see you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has to do with your tablet. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. Samson.
Well, or the app. It could just be the Google Hangout app is not necessarily designed for what we're doing it with on the tablet. I'm not sure. I haven't used it that way.
Well, originally when we first got started, I could see you, but then when you went to try to find the thinglink, it changed.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Well,
I don't know.
I have to think on that one. Okay, go ahead, Bill.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, good.
No.
And, can you see what We Love Utah Pioneers on my screen?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
So, this goes along with the mission theme. Last weekend, while Jackie had the weekend off, she was unplugged. I was also unplugged. I was at an event. This is the annual Utah Pioneer Weekend, and so what I did during the event was I went over to the local museum, and I am sharing my Google Plus. Can you see my typewriter? This is This is a 1941 typewriter, and you'll get this on the replay. This is being recorded. So this is a 1941 typewriter, and I've got my book next to it. It's called Discovering Typewriter History. And as each of the students, each of the children came in with their parents to the museum, there were lots of signs that said "Don't touch, don't touch. Those are relics." And I said, "Come touch my relic. Come poke my keys." And the kids were amazed to see how hard it was to press down each of the keys, to get it to type on the page, to actually get the ink to show up. It was quite an effort. And then I explained to them that the project I'm working on represents 19 volumes of journals that were transcribed from the original handwriting to the typewriter. And what I'm doing is transcribing from, I'm actually supervising a group of old ladies who are transcribing the original typing into a Word document so that we can what's the word, scan. We can find, by name, and we can find a family name and see who all wrote on that family name. I'm going to take you now to just a fascinating project. But this got me started on the screencast. Okay, let me open that first. This is my Jackie on Dropbox. Here's my recording. And let's see, Screencast-O-Matic is what I used. Can I drag this down? Yes, I can. All right. I'm going to do this little thing. All right. These old typewriters remind me of when I first started typing back in the 70s. And I was already a piano player, so the finger action was similar, and I was able to do the dexterity thing. But this semicolon on the home row, I could not, for the life of me, figure out what was so important about that semicolon. So here's my screencast.
So that's good, Bill. You want to get out of screencast then? Or is it? Oh, it's running, but we can't hear it. Is that what's going on?
That's correct.
Oh, I don't hear the audio.
You're not hearing the audio. Well, I should talk over it then.
Are anyone else hearing the audio?
No, I don't have a visual either.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So go ahead.
I see the screen. I just don't hear it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so let me talk about this screen now. This is an excerpt from Book 2 of 19, page 262. I found the use of semicolons in a list of birth dates. So here's Thomas and Priscilla. They had 11 kids, 5 boys and 6 girls. And as they list their names, we've got a colon here. So we're using the semicolon with the shift key. And then we've got a colon after. The colon is necessary because within the Anne Priscilla's birth date, we've got a comma and a period already. So to separate Annie Priscilla from Mary Elizabeth, we've got a colon. And then there's another colon between Henry and Alice, and another colon between Alice and Thomas, and another colon here. You see that?
Yep.
Those of you that can see my screen.
Yep.
Sorry, Anne. You'll see it later. And so,
I'll have to watch it later.
Yeah, it's just fun to realize, okay, why do we have semicolon on the home row? Well, if you've got a run-on sentence and it doesn't justify a period, but there's a comma there, you might use a semicolon. Let me ask you, when do you use semicolons in your writing? Either of you?
When you're making a list.
Making what?
Making a list, and I have to use I have to use a comma and between thoughts, but I'm having a list. Then I use my semicolon on my lists, and then I add my commas to separate thoughts.
Good.
I agree.
All right. So that kind of goes with the list that I had there of the birth dates. Okay, let's see.
Exactly.
I'm going to go quickly to, I had this open earlier, but when Matt started talking, I had to reboot. It crashed on me. Okay, so what am I looking for here? Let's see, let's go to history, YouTube. This might be, let's just do this. I'm going to go to keyboarding arts. K-E-Y, Keyboarding Arts, my channel, and here's how we do it now. With can you hear the music? It's my wife's voice. She's saying, "Welcome to the Pre-Keys Pond," and that's her hand. These are some kids at the YMCA. There's me with the kids on the floor.
Bill, send me that link for that big keyboard, because I get lots of, well, not lots, but I do get questions from people about where to buy that big keyboard.
I'll show you where to find that in a minute here.
Yeah, it's on your TPT site, but
yes,
you know, just maybe you could just send me the link.
Yeah. This little girl is so cute. She did the 1 through 5 with her left hand, and she switched to the 6 through 0 with the right hand.
That's cute. They're so studious.
Little girl on the side is stealing the show. Now here we're matching the uppercase to the lowercase letters. You can see how large the mat is. It's actually 4 feet wide. Letters A through G are left hand, and H through P are right hand, and then they've got they've mixed up from Q through Z. It's fascinating that the P and the Q are at opposite ends of the keyboard, but O and P are neighbors, M and N are neighbors. There are 2 sets of 3 letters in alphabetical order on the home row, F, G, H, and J, K, L. I hope you hear this next little song. It's cute.
No.
I thought I heard something very faintly.
Let your right hand jump around, jump around, jump around. Let your right hand jump around the frog pond. You can see the difference in size. We've got we call it the placemat size. Here's the table size. I told her to hit 0 and you're done. Now here's another version, if you don't mind hanging with me for a couple more minutes. This is the Pirates of Cordy Island Keys. This is for the older kids, and I'll just talk you through this one. I took this into my sister's 2nd grade classroom during the summer, and I had Brock, is my nephew who is homeschooled, with his 2 younger brothers. I wish I didn't have these advertisements here. His 2 younger brothers are twins, so I got them to be Captain Lefty and the captain who's always right. And they're the Pirates of Cordy Island Keys, with Lefty and right. We got their swords. I was amazed that my nephew was able to put the sound effects so that when they clash swords, you actually hear a metal clashing sound. Captain Lefty, he says A is my 1-letter word, and the captain on the right says I is my 1-letter word, and then they clash and say my word is better than your word, and then Lefty says as, and he goes as, and on the right he has no. These kids are so dramatic. I just love them. My sister's kids.
That's cute.
He says as, no, and this guy says dad on the left. Dad. The kid on the left, on the right says mom. Mom. Dad. Mom. Dad. C-A-S-T on the left. Left-handed word. Cast. On the right he's got moon. There's also look, other 4-letter words. Cast, moon, cast, moon. Grr. And the little sister comes in. She's the admiral. She says, you have to cooperate, you'll make longer words. You don't fight so much. So they're going to shake hands, lefty and right. They're trying to get their hands together. These kids are so fun. T, Y, P, E, W, R, I, T, E, R. Typewriter is all top row. Middle row, we're going to spell Alaska. And then you get to the 0, and guess what? There are 0 vowels on the 0 So the admiral comes in and says, you can't spell any words on this row. Sorry, bud, you're out of it.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, 0 vowels on the 0. They throw down their swords and they're all sad and mad and they stomp off the screen. Isn't that fun?
Very cute.
Those kids are so fun. And that was unsupervised. I said, here's the toys, here's the tools, go with it. And they made their own video.
That was excellent.
And the you have to hear the music goes with it. I'll give you the link to this on YouTube. You've got to hear the music. It's just great. Eden as the Admiral, little sister. Music by Hans Zimmer.
For Bill on his, you can see his passion recording.
So I couldn't see it, but is it a certain program?
It's let's see. I told you I would find the website. It's on teachers.com. If you do a search for keyboarding.
So I think Bill's is unplugged for that unplugged thing that you want to do every once in a while with kids.
Keyboarding arts, and do a search. Let's make it one word. Keyboarding arts on Teachers Pay Teachers. And if you're looking on YouTube, it's keyboarding arts.
Okay.
Come on, please.
Any other questions for Bill? Yeah, okay.
That was cool. Thank you, Bill.
Oops, and we lost.
Bill's gone.
So I do get a lot of requests for that big keyboard, so that'll be useful. All right, guys. Any questions before we wrap it up? I'll give you a quick rundown of what happens next. So
okay.
If you were, I think both of you were in the earlier class, so it's pretty much the same. I'll give you till the end of next week to finish your self-assessment spreadsheet and just fill in all the blanks so that you show me what you've accomplished. As long as you finished 60% of whatever is on that self-assessment sheet, you get a certificate. And I think most of you are there already. So, but you'll have till middle of next week or so to finish that. And then I'll send you out a certificate listing all of the topics that you covered and that you completed it, so you can have it for your school purposes or salary purposes or credentialing, re-credentialing, whatever you need it for. And if you have something with your state that requires that they say you have to fill in a certain form so that to verify your professional development, I do that for people all the time, so I'm happy to fill something out for you.
Nice.
I think
Thank you.
that's it. Anything else I need to tell you about?
I crashed. I didn't hear the questions, so if you have any, you'll have to email me, if you please.
Oh yeah, we were wrapping up the class sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear if there were any questions.
No, that was pretty thorough, Bill. I think you
thanks.
covered everything.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Oh, and remember to fill out the survey, because I'd like to learn from you guys what I can improve next time and what to change.
Of course.
And let's see. I think I'll leave. You will have access to this wiki for probably a couple months or longer until my next class, and I don't always know when that will be. And then I will take you off the membership list. But if for some reason you need to get back in, just let me know, and we'll add you I'll rejoin you, and no biggie. So, I think that's about it. All right. Any questions on our wrap up?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How would you suggest just to get the most out of the resources, I guess, before we're not allowed to get in anymore? Like just like as far as like the lesson plans and the other things like that. Just download them?
Download them. Grab them. Yeah, download them all to and put them in a file folder, or however you want to organize them. But at worst case, put them in a file folder for this class, so you've always got them. But the lesson plans and the books are yours. They're part of your fee. So you download them all and save them in a safe place, and then put them wherever you need them. The articles, you can just copy paste that whole list. click, drag, highlight it, copy, paste it to wherever you want, and then you've got all that list, all the articles you can access. Then you really don't need the website for anything.
Okay.
The wiki website.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice to meet you all.
Yeah,
Yes, you
that was
too.
really good. I really